You want more clients for your law firm, but how much should you spend on ads to get them? Use this ad budget calculator to determine the ad budget based on your financial metrics. So step number 1, calculate the average case value. Say if your firm generates 100,000 per month and handles 20 cases per month, then your average case value will be 5,000. Use this calculator to input your specific metrics, your financial data. You can either use this slider or use this field to input your specific numbers, and you will get the result. Step number 2 is to determine the client lifetime value. If the average case value represents the average revenue per case and the average client has multiple cases, multiply average case value by the average number of cases per client to determine your client lifetime value. So if your average case value is 5,000 from previous example and the average number of cases per client is 2, then your client lifetime value will be 10,000. Step number 3 is to calculate customer acquisition cost. It's the amount spent on marketing and sales to acquire a new client per month. So if you spend 10,000 to acquire 5 clients, then your customer acquisition cost will be 2,000, meaning you're willing to pay 2,000 to acquire a new client. Step number 4 will be to calculate the LTV to CAC ratio. It's a measure of the value generated from a client relative to the cost of acquiring that client. For legal services industry, the benchmark of LTV to CAC ratio is 4.5 to 1. So in our calculator, if we use the data from previous examples, LTV 10,000 and CAC 2, then your LTV to CAC ratio will be 5 to 1. Meaning for every $1 spent on acquiring a client, the firm generates 5 in revenue. Step number 5 would be to set a CAC target based on the desired LTV to CAC ratio. So if we use the LTV to CAC ratio from the previous calculation, 5 to 1, then if our LTV is 10,000 and the desired LTV to CAC ratio is 5, then you're willing to spend 2,000 to acquire a new client. Step number 6 will be to calculate your marketing budget. So if your LTV is 10,000, your target LTV to CAC ratio is 5, and say you want to acquire 10 new clients per month, then you should be spending 20,000 per month on marketing. Out of that, we need to define how much exactly to spend on ads from that 20,000 of marketing budget. So we use the marketing budget and the CAC target to determine the appropriate ad spend. So if our marketing budget is 20,000 and CAC target is 2, and average case value is 5,000, then your ad budget should be 8,000. After you devoted ad budget to run your ad campaigns, you need to see how profitable they are before scaling any of that ad budget. So you need to calculate return on ad spend. Say if your ad spend is 8,000 in previous step and it generated 32,000 in revenue, then your return on ad spend will be 4, meaning you earn $4 for every $1 spent on ads. After that, you may see the most profitable campaigns, and you may want to reinvest this profit back into the ad budget. You have 2 options. You have first scaling formula, and the second option is incremental scaling formula. The first example assumes reinvesting all profits from ads back into the ad budget. So if your current ad budget is 8,000 and return on ad spend is 4, the new ad budget may be 40,000 per month. But if you want to be cautious with sudden increase in budget, you may want to incrementally increase it. Say your current ad budget is 8,000 and you want to increase it by 20%, then your new ad budget will be 9,600. So by following this formula, you can systematically determine your ad budget, ensuring efficient use of resources and scaling based on proven performance. So try this calculator and grow up your law firm and be successful.